How's it going everyone, it's Gavin from MORPH and welcome back to the base morph series. I did about 7 videos a while back regarding base morphs and how to identify certain genes in certain combos and you know the traits and all that sort of good stuff, what to look for. It is back, it hadn't gone anywhere. I was just waiting to get some interesting combos that I could show you and give you some examples. This base morph is going to be, we're going to talk about trying to identify genes within combos. So how do I know this has got that gene, or how am I going to eliminate that isn't a super or non-super or possible yellow belly or this, that and the other. And let's be frank, it's never easy guys, and I'll guarantee you no one, even the top guys in the world, actually have, let's say, all the answers. It can prove to be quite difficult. So I'm going to show you how I do this and how I look at things, and maybe this would help you guys try to identify some of those beautiful babies that you will be hatching, or you are hatching now as we speak. So what we have in front of us here is a beautiful female leopard yellow belly. First things first, everyone seems to struggle with yellow belly, identifying it in a combo, and a few people can struggle with leopard. Now if we go back, I did do a yellow belly and fire base morph video. If you go back and watch that, obviously, and then come back and watch this, yellow belly is an amplifier. It amplifies the pattern and the color of the animal within itself, and how it expresses. A lot of people think the term yellow belly means yellow belly, and it kind of does, but it also kind of doesn't. So what you need to take from a yellow belly is kind of ignore the yellow belly until the last part of the IDing process. So what we have here, like I said, is a leopard yellow belly. She's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, she's gorgeous. Now, how do I know, first of all, this is leopard? Well, leopard gives you this really abstract and barren and really banded type pattern, and sometimes you will get where the alien heads will melt together, as you can see there. But what you'll also get is the blacks will be black. Okay, you will get this gold color, if you like, coming in the alien heads, and with leopards they do carry sometimes very distinctive but sometimes non-distinctive head pattern, like so. Okay, now I know this is a yellow belly leopard, and what I'm trying to show you is yellow belly basically brings out all the leopard characteristics twice as much. Okay, so you get a real beautiful goldy greeny color coming through. The blacks are really black as well. You will get a little bit of blushing coming up the side. Okay, and again there and there, and obviously the head pattern will be more pronounced because, like I said guys, the yellow belly gene is an amplifier, so you will get that head stamp amplified, the color will be amplified, the pattern will look a bit stranger, and again if we go and look at the belly, you know, it's not really that yellow, you know. There's some orange, bit of oranges here and there, but there's nothing crazy that I'd turn around and say, oh yeah, that's a yellow belly. Again, you get no real mad checkering coming up the sides that some people look for. There's none of that really, you know. But what I do see is an amplified leopard. Again, we've got a little bit of orange blushing coming up the sides here, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, so that's yellow belly leopard, and again, like I said, this is just something that I look for. It is an extreme version of a leopard. It does look more extreme, hence more amplified. So yeah, I know for sure this is a leopard yellow belly. Okay, let's take this up a notch. What we have in front of us is a bamboo combo, and the pairing for this was a vanilla, black pewter, bamboo, to a white cider, which is a balls to you line of wild caught calico. And what we have in front of us, I believe, is all the genes. So we have a vanilla, black pastel, bamboo, white cider. Okay, so how do I identify all the genes? Well, sometimes it's not that straightforward, sometimes it is. What we're going to look for is, first of all, we've got the parents, so we can look at the parents and see what traits they have and compare it to the babies. Now this female, when she first came out of the egg, I wasn't that impressed with her. Okay, sometimes less is more, and she'd certainly got a lot of genes stacked on top, and I was sort of in the minds of whether or not to keep her. However, I've kept her, I've grown her on, and sure enough, she absolutely just blows my mind. And again, the bamboo is a very powerful, overpowering gene, the way it lands and works actually within an animal. It is part of the bell complex, so obviously you will get white snakes if you start throwing other bell complexes in there. But what we've got here is, the first thing I know, it's got my calico line, because we have this sort of calico look to a pattern. See all the white there? Okay. And again, calico or sugar will tend to sort of melt or destroy the pattern and colours as it goes down towards the tail. So the more you stack, the more it will start to wash out the other genes that are involved. Now, the hardest gene to identify in this would be, really in my eyes, would be the vanilla. How do I know it's got vanilla? Well, the dad was sold to me as a silver streak bamboo, which is a super pastel, black pastel bamboo. As I found out, it wasn't. It actually produced black pastels, so that meant it couldn't have been a super pastel. So what it also started doing was producing these weird lighter looking combos, which I was a bit, okay, that's strange. And then when I started to look into it a bit deeper, I actually hatched a normal vanilla. So hence why I now know there's vanilla. Now, how do I know there's vanilla in this combo? Well, it comes down to experience. Like I said, I've hatched a few of these combos now with vanilla on, as in the bamboo with vanilla, and I can kind of see a pattern what's emerging. And the pattern that I see, if you look, is this sort of yellowy, creamy, fluorescent sort of pattern coming down the tail, or coloration, let's say. And the overall look of this combo is enhanced. It's a bit more cleaner and a bit more lighter. Vanilla and fire are two different genes, as we know, and fire lightens something up, it sort of enhances it. I believe vanilla will sort of make the animal kind of look the same, but as it gets older, it kind of gets better looking, if that makes sense. So you get this type of color, which is sort of like more vibrant, more cleaner, like I said, and a bit more lighter. So how do I know this has got black pastel and pastel? Well, again, I look at the dad, I see similarities in the head with the dad. Again, the dad's got a similar head. The only thing really that which I'm fortunate with is with calico and sugar, it doesn't really alter the head pattern that much. So if we just look at the head in this combo, it does look like dad's. And unfortunately I can't show you dad because he's breeding at the moment. However, she does look like she's got a dad's face. The only thing that's different is the body. Now again, that's me looking at what I've got, looking what I've got in front of me, looking at the parents and eliminating what it may or may not be. And sometimes it will take you guys time, it will take you time to grow them up, have a look at them and see exactly what you may have. So for me, pastel bamboos have this sort of white lips, and pastel pretty much in most combos will give you this, if I can get it in camera, will give you like pretty much a lighter top lip. Okay, you can see. Regarding black pastel, how do I know there's black pastel in there? Is again, I have hatched combinations of the father, which is again like a vanilla black pewter bamboo, And the other thing is the head, as you go back towards the eye stripe, just back here. It's okay, sweetheart. Come on. If you look at the eye stripe, looks very much again like the dad, but I can also see again through experience a bit of darkness there, which I tend to see more in black pastels or cinnamons. So that's how I know there's pastel and black pastel in this girl. Again, how I know there's vanilla, you know, we've got this nice bright fluorescent type style striping down the back, and the colours are genuinely sort of brightened up anyway. And again, we can see we've got the white cider, which is the calico, my calico line, because we've got this sort of, again, this white calico-y look, sugary kind of look coming through on the pattern. And we can safely say there's bamboo on top because we can see the bamboo colours. So pretty much that's how I identify these animals or these combos. I don't always get it right. No one always gets it right. And if I'm going to suggest something, if you are new to breeding and you have just gotten into this, my advice would be keep it simple. You know, just breed simple genes together to produce simple combos so you know what you're working with. What tends to happen is people go out and buy a 3 gene snake and another 3 gene snake, which is pretty easy to get nowadays, breed them together, and all of a sudden the combos that could come out are quite confusing. So always try and keep it simple. Try and keep your knowledge of the combos, you know, as tuned in as possible. Keep them refreshed, because there are certain pictures on the internet of combos which we know to be wrong. So don't always go off the first picture you see. You know, do some research, speak to the breeders that work with that particular gene, you know, ask their opinion, and certainly, like I said, you know, start off small and work yourself up. And if you're unsure something has a gene in it and there's no other way of proving it out other than breeding it, and you don't intend to keep it, then my advice would be to sell it as a, let's say you've got a combo, a 3 gene combo, and there's a potential for fire to be on there, because fire can get overlooked, vanilla can get overlooked. I would sell it as a possible fire, possible vanilla. That way, like I said, if something does pop out, the person who's brought the animal off you at least will have a bonus. What I tend to see happen is people be overconfident. They sell it as a fire or vanilla combo, and then what happens is when it doesn't produce it, then there becomes an issue. And if the persons don't get on and they start having a slanging match, all of a sudden you've got a breeder now which was probably, you know, had real good intentions, but due to the fact he was overconfident in something, he's actually, you know, painted himself in a bad light. So certainly, if you're not sure, just say, you know, possible fire, possible vanilla, or possible yellow belly, or what have you. And at least then, guys, if you are going to sell that animal, you're not going to disappoint anyone and give yourself a bad reputation. Okay.